Welcome to everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. It's another cloudy start to the morning here on this Monday. Nice, we had a zebra to start off, and now at Ingramanzi just managed to bump into the Mbiri Pride. The females are here with the young males. They're all just lying up alongside or next to the dam. There is a herd of waterbuck approaching the water here, so that's taken their interest. Doesn't look like they've eaten anything substantial the last few days. You can actually see on these young males they have actually eaten quite well. So whatever the pride did catch last night, maybe an impala or the young of some animal, these males probably bossed the kill and wouldn't let the females feed, so they've got quite a nice belly on them, the young males, but the females nothing, which is why they're still interested in these waterbuck. These males are really starting to look more and more impressive by the day. Starting to look like proper male lions there. Their manes are growing, getting a bit of colour. If things stay the way they are at the moment, there's a good chance these four could be the next dominant coalition in the northern and central parts of the Manuleti in the next few years. I was showing a lot of interest in these waterbuck, but it's a very open clearing leading into the waterhole, so there's a very good chance that these waterbuck will see these lions. They are in a bit of a depression here around the dam. So those waterbuck probably haven't seen these lions yet, but the minute these lions move out more into the open clearing, these waterbuck will definitely see them. You can see the waterbuck off there in the distance. The lioness on the bottom right. You can see it's fairly open. That distance is probably about 100 meters between that lioness and the waterbuck. So I'm pretty sure, if not already, these waterbuck have seen these lions. Especially this time of the year, the tawny color sticks out a lot more, a lot easier in the green grass than it would in the winter when the grass is a lot browner. So it's a little bit easier for these animals to pick the lions out amongst the greenery here. Quite interesting, only two of the males have fed well. You can see this Naru male hasn't really eaten. So it might tell us something into the dynamics of these four males, sort of the hierarchy, or which ones tend to be more dominant. The ones that are more fed are the two older of the Mbiri males, the ones with the more fuller manes. One Mbiri male is quite easy to recognize. He's lost the black tip of his tail, so in future reference, it's easy to pick him out. He's got no black tip on his tail, the only one of the four that doesn't. What a great start to the morning. I'm going to leave the Mbiri Pride here at Ingramanzi. My plan this morning is to go past Main Dam, and I'm actually going to go further south. Reports were on the weekend that there was mating lions far down in the south. I think it's a Talamati female one of the Talamati females mating with the dark-maned Avoca, so I'm going to head down there and see if we get lucky with any mating lines this morning. Well guys, I'm so incredibly happy at the moment. I've just found Red Road male. He looks good. Obviously, you know what's happened to the Auckland male within the last few days. You obviously get a bit worried, especially when this guy had an interaction with him a couple of weeks ago. But I mean, look at him, he looks like an absolute tank. Look at that mane. Look how big how developed his mane's got just in the last few weeks, since we last saw him properly. He's pretty much got a head now fully covered with his mane. He just looks beautiful. He's also well fed. I haven't seen this guy for about 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, and since the last time that I saw him, that mane's just grown beautifully. It's, like I said, it's just covered his whole head now fully. It's got a bit darker. His body is filled out. I mean, he's bigger than the Auckland males ever were. He just looks really, really good, really impressive. He's just a beautiful lion now. He always has been. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen him for a while and I was a bit worried about him. But yeah, it's just so good to see him. And looking so healthy, well fed. I haven't seen any sign of the females. It tracks with him and the cubs. But hopefully we find them soon. He's really tired. With that full belly, he's on the lookout here, so there's a good chance that maybe he knows that some of the females are not far from here. He's always looking up, always smelling. So now that I know he's here, I'll just do a quick scout around this area, see if I can find the rest of them. There's a herd of elephants behind us making a noise. That's what he's looking at. Well guys, my heart's very happy. I've just found my favorite lion. He looks incredible. I'm just so relieved to see that he's doing well and looks good. So yeah, let me go and see if I can find the rest of the pride. With him having a full belly like this, there's a good chance the rest of the pride is around here and they've eaten. So I'm going to go and look for them. Just passing Main Dam, and this is a bird that we don't see too often out here. You can often confuse this heron for a grey heron, but it is actually a black-headed heron, and not very common out here, so always a good bird to see. Their main diet is obviously things like fish and frogs, but they will take insects as well, large insects, and I've also seen them with a mouse, or other herons, grey herons with a mouse in their beaks before, so pretty varied and wide diet. But yeah, I might be looking for frogs out here in these muddy little pools along the dam. So I came south to hopefully find those mating lions, and I managed to find one half of the mating lions, but unfortunately no female here, just the dark mane Avoca. Looking good. I'm not sure if they were sort of at the end of their mating cycle or if they were actually mating. I just got a report that there was male and female together and it looked like they was mating, so I can't be 100% sure they were actually mating, but if so, they've already broken up. The rest of the pride has crossed into the Sabi Sands following herd of buffalo, so he's just lagging a bit behind here. Having seen Red Road this morning and now seeing this guy, I can definitely say that Red Road is a bigger lion. Bigger body shape, bigger head than this guy. But yeah, what a great morning for lions, in particular male lions. Got those young males, Red Road, this guy. It's quite common this time of the year, you'll often find these lions lying up in a bare patch of soil like this. You call them sodic sites, so some are smaller than others. He's not lying on a particularly big patch here, but they'll do that a lot this time of the year. There's a lot of ticks around at the moment. Trust me, my legs are full of bites and very itchy. Very small ticks we get out here called pepper ticks. They're the ones that give you the most irritation. But anyways, these guys will lie on this bare patch and just to reduce the amount of ticks if they just went and lay in the long grass. Ticks will, lay their eggs in the long grass, or a lot of the ticks will sit on grass waiting for animals to walk by and latch on. So by lying on these bare patches, less chance of ticks. Also wet grass. We had a bit of rain this morning, so that's another reason. Don't always particularly like to lie in the wet grass, these lions. It's a female giraffe feeding on a tree known as a buffalo thorn. In Afrikaans out here they call it a Avoca, which translates to wait a bit. And that's exactly what happens to you if you get stuck in that tree. It's full of thorns, hooked and straight thorns, and it'll take you quite a while to get out of there. But yeah, that's a very nice tree for these animals to feed on. And luckily the giraffe's equipped with that very rough tongue. And you'll also see as she's feeding in here, closing her eyes as she moves in. The eyelashes will protect the eyes from the thorns. Also the lips are quite rubbery, almost, or they lack a lot of sensitivity, which helps them deal with all these thorny trees out here. I'm presuming this is the calf of the female, just lying down here, busy ruminating, chewing the cud. Just found a group of ground hornbills, and the one in the front carrying what looks like a baby scrub hare. You can see it dangling from its beak. These birds will literally eat anything that can fit down their beak and into their throats. Well, a great way to start the week this morning. Some really good variety of animals again, some really good lion sightings, a lot of male lions seen this morning. Really happy to have found Red Road. He was looking really good, really strong, very healthy, so just relieved that he's okay after not having seen him for a few weeks. We didn't manage to find the Nauru Pride again, but hopefully we'll catch up with them in the next couple of days. So yeah, another good morning out there. It stayed quite cool and overcast for most of the morning. So let's hope that cooler weather stays with us throughout the week. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday.